Holla and hello. Thank you so much for joining me today for last week in Germany, where some random dude in Indiana, use basically the German subreddit, top post from last week, to see what happened in Germany last week, and some other things. Let's do it. I like to make sure I'm on top of all the news, all the goings on over there in Germany. All right, top this week, Dubai chocolate must come from Dubai. This is what the people have been asking for. This is actually old news. I saw this last week. Last week. A German court has banned the supermarket from selling its product Dubai chocolate, ruling that the trendy confectionery may only be labeled as such if it actually comes from the emirate. Okay, but shouldn't that just be like a more general law? Like, they really made a whole law just for the chocolate? Shouldn't the law just be, if you have a country in the name, it needs to be from that country or something? I haven't tried this Dubai chocolate, and I don't really want to. Why doesn't northern German states fight for electricity price zones? What exactly am I looking at here? There's a lot going on. Arrows. But okay. Finland, cheap as dirt. Sweden, Norway's pretty expensive, 36. Over here in Estonia, Latvia, 15. Okay, I don't know what these prices are exactly. Like over here in America, I don't know if it's just America. Maybe you guys do this too, but we price it in kilowatt hour. So it's in the cents, you know? Like where I live, it's cheap. It's like 7 cents per kilowatt hour. So what's this $15? Oh my God, 122 in Germany. Damn. You're telling me you can't just jump across this creek and get it for €4? Maybe bring it back, go over there, charge your batteries. Bring it back. Oh, perfect. The top comment says, what exactly am I looking at? Wholesale electricity prices per zone in megawatt hours. Okay. Also, power flows between the zones in megawatt hours. Does that mean if I divide this by like 100, it would be kilowatt hours? Is that what that means, guys? I'm a little slow. I recognize that I didn't use the euro sign. It's whatever, it's close enough is close enough. I don't have a euro sign on my keyboard, and I don't know how to make it. I usually just go and copy it from Google if I really need to. Anyway. So, yeah, that would be 1,000 times cheaper. So it's 12 cents on average per kilowatt hour? Wait. That's cheap. That's pretty cheap. Is it really? Like, what would that even... Wouldn't that mean it's like less than a penny per kilowatt hour in Finland? Is that possible? Uh-oh. Americanization about tipping. Don't. I'll warn you guys right now. Don't do that. Oh, boy. I live in Berlin and had a weird situation today at a cafe. It's a kind of hipster type of place where cappuccino costs €6. Okay, that's pretty pricey, huh? I went there only because a friend really wanted to check it out. Otherwise, this wouldn't be on my to-go list. I ordered at the counter as they have a self-service only, and when I was about to pay, I was directly asked, do you want to tip? Cringe. I mean, that's pretty rare here in America to be asked verbally, do you want a tip? I've had it happen, and I think that's rude. I think that's very rude. It's very rare. Now, it's not much better these days. It used to be people had a little bit of etiquette. Like restaurants had a little bit of etiquette. And they would, you would tip on the receipt, and they would walk away, and they wouldn't take the receipt till you're gone. Nowadays, they just spin the frickin' iPad around and say, it's going to ask you some questions, and it's got, how much you want to tip on there. Anyway, let's keep reading. I got a bit confused, and in the end, I replied that I think I'm fine. Good. I actually don't tip at coffee places, and I'm in America. It's already $6 for a coffee. Sorry. I think you guys like understand, but I feel like Americans watching, so Americans are like, but the barista. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm ruthless. But if they're, they can get another job. If they're, anyway. I need to stop. I'm going off the rails here. Where did I see? I think I'm fine. And the guy took it quite bad. What? Like, he gave me this passive-aggressive comment of, well, that's not really polite, but you'll get your order soon. Have a good day. That's insane. That's insane. That would never... I mean, I can't say never, because I don't know. There's a lot of lunatics here in America, but that should never happen in America or, in my opinion, anywhere. But it wouldn't happen to you in America. Like, this is worse than Americanization. Is what I'm saying. If you don't tip, they're not going to say, that's not polite. Especially for coffee. I don't tip for coffee ever. And trust me, my wife makes me go get her some coffee on a regular basis, and I'm not tipping. And they've never said anything but, have a good day. So that's insane. And ended it with completely turning his face to the next customer, who was my friend. Of course he didn't tip him. Now that I've been thinking about it, since I'm still pissed, it occurred to me that I've recently seen at least a few places where tipping became very suggestive, aka displayed on the terminal for you to choose 10, 15, 25, with an additional other option. Yeah, that's the way it is here for a lot of things. Don't get me wrong. When I'm at a nicer restaurant, you tip, of course. But the guy from the cafe seemed completely convinced that he should receive the tip for just taking my order, while it was clearly handled by his coworker who was preparing the coffees. Maybe the cafe should pay them out of the profit made on the coffee. There's an idea. The whole situation reminded me of this American way of dealing with tips. That definitely sounds like Americanization, don't get me wrong, but the whole, well, that's not very polite, but we'll get you your order. That's not how it would be 99% of the time, not how it would be. Birds are flying right by my window. AKA, it's the way for the staff to actually make a living. In Germany, to my understanding, they must earn the minimum wage at least. Well, they have to earn that here, too, in America. That's actually a misconception, even for people living here in America. The workers have to be paid the minimum wage, even if they don't receive enough tips to make minimum wage. Like, you worked 5 hours and you only made $2 in tips, then the owner has to pay the rest to get it up to minimum wage. Does that make sense? Which doesn't seem so bad, and it certainly doesn't justify the need to tip for literally putting the order in the system. Oh boy. Name and shame. I agree. If you weren't the rude one in this scenario, this dude was totally out of line with that crap. If I feel like I'm being pressured to tip, I will tip less than I otherwise would have. Okay, actually, before I forget, I want to check on the Chancellor odds, just to make sure nothing has changed. I just like checking on this. Okay, it looks like nothing has changed. Friedrich
Merz.
Still leading 90% now. 90% likelihood, that is, at least according to the betting markets, not 90% in the polls. Okay, so this is interesting. This is big news right now. And it's from just yesterday. German Envoy some kind of memo. Warns Trump driven by vengeance, reports. In a leaked cable, Germany's ambassador to the U.S. warned that Donald Trump will undermine democracy. Andreas Michaelis said he expects Trump to rob legislatures, law enforcement, and the media of independence. Michaelis went on to write that Trump's policy of maximum disruption, the breaking up of the established political order and bureaucratic structures, as well as his plans for revenge, ultimately means a redefinition of the constitutional order. Hey, look, the First Lady. He sees the incoming president as a man driven by a desire for vengeance. Okay, I mean, that's interesting. I don't know if there's anything being revealed here that's like new information. This sounds like it's, an opinion held by a lot of people. German economy shrinks for the second year in a row. I saw this. This is concerning, obviously. Recessionary. First consecutive year of declining GDP since early 2000s. I assume this is going to be what defines many, many people's vote in the upcoming election, huh? I guess I shouldn't say define. It's going to determine their vote. Whoever they think is going to be better for the economy. Ticketless passenger clings to cable of high-speed train. German high-speed train for 30 kilometers and survives. The 40-year-old man who had boarded the ICE train in Munich without a valid ticket stepped off at a station for a cigarette break. He took too long and found himself locked out when the train doors closed. What an absolute maniac, dude. Oh my, is that worth your life? Oh my. In a desperate move, he climbed onto a bracket between two carriages and held onto cables as the train sped toward Nuremberg. 175 miles per hour. Oh, the federal police actually stopped the train. 2025 is crazy, guys. It's crazy, and it's only just begun. Oh my God. Whew. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys had a great weekend. And I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.